Hi, today we are going to see Oracle tips and tricks. Normally, in our real-time environment, we will be creating the tables, and the table name is stored on the backend in uppercase only. Okay, so we have to avoid object names with spaces. I will show one example so that we can easily understand. After that, I will explain in detail. Here, in backend, if you see, we have created so many tables under the user demo. Address table is there, buyer table is there, contact table. All these tables created in the backend in uppercase only. Whenever we create any table, the table name is created in the backend with the uppercase only. If you want to create a table with our own table name, that means if you want to give any spaces in between the table name, we can give. For example, I will show one. I will show one table. There is one table called product category. I think it is visible for you. Otherwise, I will magnify it. Yeah. I think you are able to see now the product category. This product category, I have created the table with the table name, the spaces in it. Okay. But normally we won't allow this practice. Okay. We have to avoid the space in between that table name. To give any table name, you should not have spaces within it. Okay. If we give, what is the issue? I will explain now. See, here, if I give select start from product category, see what happens. We cannot query the product category table like this. We want to query the product category table. We have to change the query like this. Then only we can query the table. See, now it won't give any error. It won't throw any error and it shows the result. Here I'm not having any records in the table. That is why it shows empty. Okay. So now we are able to get the answer. Before that, it throws some error. So whenever you want to query any table with the table name, the spaces in it means you have to give within quotes, double quotes. Otherwise, it will throw error. Okay. Using a table name with a space in it might be easier to read. Here, product category, it is very easy for us to read. Okay. However, it can cause several issues. Already I told the table names are created in Oracle in uppercase only. If they have got any quotes, means they are stored as we enter. For example, product category means in smaller case, if you give, it will be entered in smaller case, but we have to give the table name within quotes. Create table name within quotes if we give, then what the specification we give, it will be created as it is. If we give any spaces in between the table name, it will be created as like it. Okay. As we give. This means whenever we refer to this table, we have to give the quotes and specify it as it was written. Okay. If we forget to give quotes, then it will throw error. So we have to create the table. We have to give the table name with underscore only. Normally product description means product underscore description only we can give. For example, we are creating one table name, product category means product underscore category we have to give. We give space, then whenever we use it, we have to use the quotes. Okay. Otherwise, it is harder to. It is the main reason. Okay. It is harder for us to refer the table in the page because whenever we give, we have to give within quotes. So you have to avoid the object name with spaces. This is the important Oracle tip. Another tip is everybody knows about it. The above one is some people may know or some people may not know about it. Avoid the space in between the table. This is very simple only. We have to always specify the columns in the insert statement. Here, whenever we load the data in the sample table, we can give whatever the things we like. Insert into table name values 1, char, 120, whatever be the things like that we can give. Even if it is inserting the wrong data, we never bother about it. But normally we will insert right data for the our training purpose. But sometimes one or two mistakes are there, it is negligible only. But in the case of the real-time environment, whenever we load the data, we have to do it in a professional manner. That means we have to give the column. You have to specify the insert statement with the columns, even though it is the optional part. Okay, even though it is optional part, it can prevent the errors. Why means it won't go into the wrong columns. Without specifying the columns, we don't know which order the columns will be inserted into. For example, if our table contains hire date and birth date, and sometimes by confusion, if we insert some other data, okay, if you are having that columns, if we specify the columns, we can know which column the data goes in. Otherwise, we don't know. After loading the data, sometimes we can load the data, but it may not be a correct one. Sometimes even we may not load the data. If you try to insert some character in the date column, we cannot load it. So we have to add the column so that you exactly know which values are for each column. Okay, these are the important 2 tips I want to tell. First one is avoid space, avoid object name with spaces. That means product category within that we should not give the space. Instead that we should give underscore, and here better use the columns. That means we have to add the columns so that we can exactly know which values are for each column while giving the insert statement. Okay. Thanks. Bye. We will see some other tips and tricks in the next video.